Okay.
Okay. So I could flip these around, like for the screen to be able to see it
No,
better.
you're good. You're good.
Are you ready now?
Yeah, it's been recorded.
All right. So the root of everything is here in the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is basically about taking control. It's like not being a victim of anything at all, and just like it's you against the world in the Ace of Swords. But it's when you take control and full responsibility of everything and like move from there. So then it goes past, present, future, and past, present, future like this. So first in the past, so Three of Cups. In the Three of Cups, these three figures all got swallowed by this fish. So it shows a common trial, something bad that everybody went through, and together they kind of worked their way out of it. And the Three of Cups is basically the tie that binds being whatever the bad thing is that everybody went through. And here it's just about celebrating the fact that you made it through whatever it was. So it's spending time with and celebrating with people that you have had this common thing with. So here also in the past is the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is basically about burying yourself in your work. So here it's a craftsman, and the craftsman is making all of these pentacles, and they give the craftsman a sense of pride, having done something that's really cool. So this is basically about having something to show for, how you spend a day, and also doing whatever it is that gives you a sense of pride. So that leads to the current state. And the current state is the Six of Cups. So in the Six of Cups, this is about reliving a warm and fuzzy memory. So it's kind of like spending time looking backward, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But one of the things about the Six of Cups, other than just being like nostalgic, which is cool, in the Six of Cups, they're reliving this experience. And they boil it down to this good versus evil, like simplistic puppet show. Nothing in the world was ever that simple, and it shows how time and emotions can warp memories. So reliving something that happened, or like going through old pictures or whatever, is cool, but just try to be aware of how much time you're spending in the present and how much time you're spending in the past. And also, if there are bad memories, just try to keep in mind that the way you remember it is probably not accurate. It happens to everybody. So here, momentum brings you to the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is a happy, reunited family unit. So this is a pretty good sign as far as where you're headed. So the Ten of Cups, like here the father goes off to war, he gets his leg blown off, but then he finally comes back and everyone is happy. It's like happiness at home. So this is a good sign as far as where momentum brings you. So everything in the reading is basically to get you to this point. So the King of Wands is the ultimate father figure. So the King of Wands, all of these children are gathering around the king. And the king isn't lecturing them. He's not telling them what he thinks they should do. He's just being himself. And he sets such a shining example that everyone is inspired by them and tries to be like the King of Wands. The ultimate message of the King of Wands is whatever it is that you want to see around you, you have to be yourself. And it's like raising yourself up, and by default, the people around you want to be like you. So if there has been a bunch of negativity or whatever around, the King of Wands is basically saying, what you want to see out of the people around you, first you have to do it yourself, and you will watch it rub off. So the Beacon card, and this is the first major arcana card that we have in here, is the Temperance card. So this is a big life energy. This is like, big stuff working. But the Temperance card is really about patience, and it's about examining something from multiple angles before you really make like a decision or like a reaction to it. So kind of look at something when you're happy, look at something when you're sad, when you're angry or whatever, and just try to take all of that into effect and try to see things from other people's views. Basically, patience is what the Temperance card is all about. So that's going to help at any point through this process, just trying to see things from multiple points of view. Now, I did pull a card to find out more about the King of Wands, to find out if this was you or if it was another person. So the card that comes out is the Lovers. It's another major arcana card, but when it's combined with the King of Wands, for one, it could mean your partner or whatever, but the Lovers is really about giving yourself to what makes you feel. So here, it's like your path. It's just about dedication to what you want to do, what you know is your path, what sets your heart on fire, and it's just completely giving yourself to that thing. And as you give yourself to the thing that's important to you, it rubs off on everyone around you, and you'll begin to see that behavior around. But here, it starts with the Ace of Swords, and the Ace is like just absolutely taking control, counting on no one else for anything, and just like making it happen from you outward. And that's pretty much what we have. I am going to look at the palms, which I have not looked at yet. So we will see what we got going on there. Right hand. This might be backwards.
I think the first one in that list is the left hand.
Right. All right. So the first thing I would say, because there are some lines that are crossing the center of your palm, and they do cross, they actually come from the lifeline, it looks like. But anyway, so there are some lines that cross the center, and those are basically stress lines. But it also shows energy that is within your sphere that makes you angry, and they're not helpful for any of your things that you have going on. So here, there's a strong traveler's mark out of your lifeline too. The way that I would deal with that and any of the stress, when you get stressed out, literally go on a trip, like go anywhere. Try to separate from your normal atmosphere, because those could affect your health. So just try to separate from stress as much as you can. Sooner than later, I would say. If you can go on a vacation, if that's a thing that you can do, I would definitely do it. And whatever it is in your main life that is really stressing you out, get away from it. It looks like you have actually been doing that to some degree because it's worse on your left hand, but you still have some more work to do. So separate from anything that's really stressing you out. That's about the only red flag that I see. And I mean, the other thing, this is more of a general thing, but it looks like early family life kind of controlled you for a while and set your path, and it wasn't probably a good one or have anything to do with you. So the further away you can get from however things were when you were a kid, the better. So that might even mean like your family or like your town that you grew up in, like that stuff will control you as long as you let it. And it had an impact for a while. But just try to make sure you don't fall into any ancient patterns like that, you know. But other than that, just try to separate from stress in your house. You could really, I mean, if you ever do massages, that'd be great. Like go to a spa, that'd be like really, really good. Or a vacation. And that is pretty much what I see here. Yeah.